boy.
To clinch her second title of the season. Indeed. Brandon. There it is. Nice. Bang.
Winning shot. Simo.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Professional Women's Bowling Association is on the air. And what a time to be alive. It's the round of 12. 6 more games this morning. The top 5 will advance not only to the stepladder finals, but the stepladder finals, which will be held inside Resch Center, Resch Arena, across the street from Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The final announcements coming from Robin Graves. It is significant today, folks. 5 players are going to advance to a very historic moment here on the PWBA Tour. And we start with the leader of the tournament. Josie Barnes will lead us off. There's that weird, awkward silence moment that happens after Robin handles her announcements. That's a good shot there from Josie Barnes. Josie comes into today at plus 580. Nora Johansson of Sweden made the biggest move yesterday. She settled into second place with a block of 1497. Again, 1497. She started yesterday in 27th place. She catapulted herself 25 spots. She's in second, plus 548. Rocio Restrepo is third at plus 547. She is on the right of your screen. Lindsay Boomershine, row, by the way, shot 1463. Lindsay Boomershine comes into today fourth at plus 543. 1458 her block. Jillian Martin fifth at plus 492, and an array of players who still have an opportunity to make this show. We'll go quickly and get you all of your matches. Let me update that, of course, so you can see what the lane pairing schedule is for today. With that said, let's bring in Curtis Von Kruger. KVK's been on the ones and the twos. Also, of course, handling his what I would call his normal, and actually this week enhanced video production work and skills. A lot of projects he and Caleb Smiley have been working on this week. First of all, KVK, how you doing? And of course, we're on the precipice of another historical moment.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Feel really good this morning. Excited to see this bowling. This is the best of the best for this field, and you know, the scoring pace is going to be absolutely blistering, I think. Yeah, and we've gotten a lot of stuff done in the video production department. Some good stuff there for the television show, which is what I'm so excited about. I love arena finals. There's nothing quite like them. I you know, back in the day when, you know, when I was younger, the men's tour had tons of arena finals. And so it was an environment I got really accustomed to being a part of. And now, you know, it's really good to see it come back to the women's tour. So you guys you can't miss that. It's just, if you're a bowling fan, it's a must-watch program.
It is a must-watch indeed. Good morning to Holson, Ashley, Joe, Gerald, Debbie. Keep letting us know if Channel 7's camera goes down. We actually know what that issue is.
Oh, yeah.
Over an array of other things this week. So quickly 3 in a row for Joes. With that said, Curtis, describe to the people who will not get a chance to experience it in person like we will, right? And I feel very fortunate to be here for this. Something that I think everybody, not just players, but certainly the staff and the Junior Gold participants and their parents, loved ones, et cetera, who will be watching this live, will get a chance to share in a moment historically together. But what's it feeling like? Were you like I'm thinking like Bob Learn? Like were you there for?
Oh, yes, for Erie. Erie, Pennsylvania, when he broke the scoring record, yes. It's an environment like no other. Again, another one that comes to mind is I was there for, the Randy Peterson 8-pin versus Ernie Schlegel. Those kind of moments in history. It's a feeling of contrast because you have at the same time this raucous, huge environment contrasted with these moments of deep silence. And it's eerie. And you're in this huge space, but you feel so small in an environment that's so big, and it can be easily feel overwhelming. And that's just as a spectator. I can't even imagine. Obviously, I've never had the privilege of bowling in something like that, but nonetheless, it's an environment in bowling unlike any other, and it's one of those bucket list. If you're a bowling fan, it's one of those bucket list items where you want to be a part of something like that. And to top it all, I was there for the Milwaukee Stadium when we bowled in Milwaukee Stadium for
the Masters, right?
The Masters for Danny Wiseman's Masters victory.
How about that?
So I feel very fortunate that I've been a part of. I've been a part of, some of the big moments in bowling history, and I'm thankful and privileged that I'll get to be a part of this one, and with a crowd that's just like on no other. Ooh, and Nor got that one in the wet just a little bit too much and never came back. 2-8. So, yeah, it was 2004. Danny Wiseman beat Patrick Allen. That was when Patrick PA was going on his tear back in the day, too. So, it was, Miller Park in 2004. Unbelievable.
And they hosted it again in 07.
And when Sean Rash won.
Just down the street. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, this time it's Green Bay.
This time it's Green Bay in the Rice Center.
Verity Crawley has the front 5 down on 43 and 44, just to keep you updated there.
Let's hop on over there.
We do have 3 channels. Of course, it's the round of 12, so there are 3 channels. Channels 3, 5, and 7. Not to be confused with channels 2, 5, and 7, which are always popular local television affiliates in Chicago. That's how I learned to watch TV. This is my sleeper, by the way, folks.
Higgins?
Jen Higgins today.
Yeah.
That's the sleeper, I think, today. She was very, I felt intentional about what she was doing in competition yesterday. I felt every part of it.
You got Verity Quality coming up here on lane 44, left side of or right side of your screen, starting with the front 5, trying to get things kicked off with a bang here, and that's going to go. And our record is impeccable,
isn't it? Of course it is.
What about Kayla Smith?
Been solid.
Less than 20
More
out.
More than that. More than solid.
Got some big games ahead of her. Ooh, looks like Lauren Rousseau's having some carry issues here. You don't like to see 4 9 spares in a row on a pattern like this.
No, that automatically kind of puts you behind
Yep.
the scoring pace. We've talked about that, of course, this week.
Nope, you can't have much patience in on a pattern and pace like that. Nice cover. Probably the most hated spare in bowling.
You think so?
Yeah. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah.
Or the 3, 6, 10?
One of the two. I never minded the 3, 6, 10. You add that 9 though, and it just adds a layer of difficulty. Statistically, it's more difficult than a number of splits. So that just goes to kind of show you. So when you can cover that, you know. But yeah, have you been to an arena finals yet?
I have not.
This is gonna be your first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
I'm not that plugged in, big dog.
Man, I'm excited for you.
I've been looking forward to it all year.
Like, this is going to be great.
Now listen, if this is if this is the swan song, if I roll into retirement after this is what I get to go out with. I'm good. I mean, you did the raceway and stuff like that. Yes, that was the pinnacle at that moment, like during those times.
But this with what I think makes this
will be
so unique is the crowd we're going to have.
Yeah, this will be different.
You know, 5,000 screaming kids. You know, they're going to bring the energy.
I'm truly looking forward to it. And I hope everyone who gets a chance to watch in person understands what they're watching in the moment, take it all in, and then hopefully they go out and have a good week at Junior Gold as athletes by watching some of their favorite athletes perform at the highest levels on a stage that they belong on.
Let's hop to this middle channel
It's
here.
like Kayla Smith here, but she styled in early. Here's the deal, folks, by the way. Okay, Jillian Martin's at plus 492. That's fifth. Lauren Russo is 12th at plus 472. So
yes.
20-pin difference between 5th and 12th coming into today.
That is unbelievable. And so you can't give up pins early.
No, it's going to go a lot of directions before we even get to Game 6, I think.
And it's going to go quick. Like, this is going to go quick. And let's hop on over and take a look at some of these competitors. Jade Cote bowled phenomenally yesterday.
Yeah, she came out, shot 798 for the first 3, and then had an issue with the spare ball in Game 4. It was fixed, but she went 163, 170, 194.
She did all her heavy lifting in the first 3 games, but good enough to get her here.
Olivia Farwell, she's been quietly having a very good tournament.
I'm happy to see Liv have a good tournament. She needed this, you know, from a confidence standpoint. How great does she throw the ball? Just as good as, you know, she's someone that I just really feel like should be making cuts and be putting herself in a position to make step ladder finals and stuff like that. And I think this week, and tickles it down. Jillian Martin striking the 9th. I think, you know, so it's good to see her kind of get a little bit of confidence. She looks like she's having fun out on the lanes. And I think that's something that I haven't seen her do much of lately. So good to see Olivia performing.
Well, she too, unfortunately, right now, kind of behind the pace a little bit.
Yeah, she needs to bail out get her 160, you know, her 170, 180 if she can. And then she's got to put up some big numbers. But so a pair that somebody's putting up some big numbers is this channel.
Indeed, and Kayla Smith did continue her run as well. So she's got the back 7 looking for the back 8. She's going to be in the 260s, though, to start, and maybe even put herself in the show after the first game. Seen a couple of single pin misses, though, from some players here in the field. And now Josie Barnes.
Josie Barnes making it look easy. How good is she bowling this year? Oh, come on.
See, that's the break that you get, the breaks that you need to not only, you know, hang in there as the top seed, because I do think, I always think the top seed's important. And I know people have varying opinions on that kind of thing, but, you know, I think she's already won from the top seed this year. So it's not
Yeah.
like she doesn't know
And
how
she
to
beat
get that done.
and she beat arguably the best player in the world to do it.
And I was a major at the Queens, of course.
I'd love to see Rocio, and we don't pick favorites. You know, we don't pick people, but I like to see hard work and perseverance pay off. And she's a player that I think personifies that kind of perseverance. See how wide her pocket is right now, Josie? We're talking about Josie there. Comes in high, trips the 4-pin, light, mixes them up, carries both of them. When you have that kind of confidence, man. But yeah, it'd be great to see Rocio cap this off and make this televised finals. All right, Nora. Nora's still going to bowl a great game here. Going to put her in the 250s.
Well, I don't want to put folks' business out in the street in the chat, but I think the Vanderbilt athletic director is currently watching former national champion, current associate head coach Josie Barnes right now on Bowl TV. And it wouldn't be her first time doing it, watching Vandy anyway. 277.
Let's go. Nice
Josie
start.
Barnes. That's how you put a stamp.
Yeah, Nora's going to bowl 250 here and lose 20. Lose 20 to the lead.
If this was match play and bonus pins were on the line, that'd be a tough way to lose.
That would be a
30
tough way
bonus
to
pins.
lose, yeah. This is a big shot here for Rocio coming up, and also Lindsay. Both of them trying to keep pace. They need to put up big numbers here because everybody below is going to be nipping at their heels. And you've got it. 240s, 250s. That's the name of the game right now. And little light hit there. Lindsay can't get it. The 10-pin to fall. So that's going to put her in the 220s if she's able to convert this. Rocio, meanwhile, trying to get this first hit to get at least in the 240s. She'd like to see that 250 number. And she gets the first one. That's a big shot there.
Boomer Shine has been close to some shows. She's advanced to a couple here this season. Here is Rocio. Try to talk to a member of what I'm calling the NCAA crew, but I listened to Kayla Verstraete's interview yesterday, first for Roe. Oh.
I believe that's the second one, isn't it?
Kick the 10. That indeed was the second. So I'm trying to talk to Kayla Verstraete here, at least for a game, and love to get her thoughts, opinions on the experience. She came in yesterday in second. Unfortunately, fell out of the top 12, but didn't put a damper on the performance that she had this week. All right, nice finish for Boomershine. And a nice start, of course, by Rocio Restrepo as well, Colombia's finest. Now living in Ohio, of course, and has been for a while. Husband Joe, daughter Sophia. Actually, I talked to Ro this week. She said Sophia is actually in Colombia for some time, spending a little bit of the summer with Ro's parents, which is cool. Quick happy birthday. Late happy birthday, or happy belated, I should say, to Summer Jasmine and Birgit Norreichs, whose birthday also, I believe, was yesterday. All right, we're moving ahead to game 2. since we got a couple of shots going, we'll watch Kayla, who did get into the 260s as mentioned. Shout out to Damon Sirocco, by the way. Damon was kind enough to get me a couple of items that I was asking for here. So, Kayla Smith, by the way, had a top 10 finish at the Waterloo Open this past season. She also had a top 10 finish, both times 10th, with regard to the 2024 Southern Indiana Open. For Jen Higgins, her highest finish this season is 16th. That was at the season opening Topeka, or Go Bowling Topeka Open. It's been a minute since we saw Jay Higgins in the step ladder finals, and I think today might be that day. With that said, Game 2 brought to you in part by Member Rewards. The exclusive rewards await our members. Join now and enjoy the perks. Your game, your rewards. Become a member by visiting the website. Again, that is Member Rewards. Take advantage. There are some favorable discounts within that one. Early three-bagger here for Kayla Smith. She looks very determined. Jade Cote with a nice crowd. Again, that college crew I was talking about. I call them the NCAA crew, but Kayla Verstrady in her interview after a great performance a couple of days ago mentioned that Robin also refers to them as the college crew. But the way they've come out and just kind of carried themselves, handled business, supporting one another truly has been fun to watch. Kind of refreshing to some degree as well. In an era that the players obviously don't spend a lot of time on tour because the schedule is so compact. It's been like cool watching them really go everywhere together. Shayna Plowhowski, talk about vets in the game. Young Spencer Mosier, who was working USA Bowling. He told me yesterday that his parents were coming up to surprise him. Oh, lean on it. And indeed, his parents are here. So Kayla Smith with the front five. We'll take a look at our, see if we've got our first score update. But I'll change some links just in case. If you do need lane talk, let me get that to you as well. Jade Cote, won't say she's in need of a big game, but it does feel like, obviously, we have only 6 games to go, right? There's only 6 games today. Now there's only 5. You cannot wait to get started. So for what Kayla Smith has done, and I'm seeing the update here in the building, Kayla Smith has moved into 5th. Rocio moves up to 2nd. That's a big triple. All right, let's do the old refresh here. All right, and scores will be coming your way shortly. There's still enough games to where, 800 in the back 3 can get you to the show. That was a big spare from Kayla Smith. Can she get back on it? And a little lazy 7-pin. All right, Josie Barnes, 277, moves her to plus 657, 55 pins ahead of Rocio Restrepo, now second at plus 605. Nora Johansson, third from Sweden at plus 603. Lindsay Boomershine, fourth at plus 579. Kayla Smith, fifth after the 268 plus 544. Jillian Martin is sixth, 5 back of the number at plus 539. Verity Crawley is seventh at plus 527. Jade Cote. Definitely take a look at her mic'd up too, folks, if you haven't, on the PWBA YouTube channel. She gives a brief lesson on the D in Jade to Nathan Bohr. It's pretty funny. Plus 513. Out of trouble there is Puhalski. Jen Higgins is ninth at plus 506. Lauren Russo, 10th at plus 497. Shannon Puhalski is 11th at plus 493. Olivia Farwell is 12th at plus 462. The schedule is correct. The schedule is correct because after today, actually not even after today, after this round, basically this center moves from a PWBA center to a fully functional junior gold center. And so with that said, they will have practice sessions here tonight. Another good one for Kayla. Practice sessions, I think, begin here at 4 p.m. And practice sessions at every junior gold center. Cote now with 5 in a row. So the practice session for the players will take place tomorrow evening, and it will be at the arena. They will have some responsibilities at the Junior Gold Trade Show tomorrow as well. Front 6 here for Verity Crawley. From 1 to 3:30 p.m., the top 5 who do advance will be at the PWBA booth. So if you have a young athlete and you will be at the trade show, make sure you put that on your calendar or your schedule. Here's Crawley for the front 7.
We just got to stop.
We'll blame Curtis.
We just got to stop.
It was all good just a week ago. I just realized Kayla Smith's jersey is filled with hot dogs. That's like the worst thing ever. When you're on the bleachers and you drop something. That feels like.
Oh, underneath.
You know, everyone's looking at you.
Oh, yeah.
You try not to even look around. You just pick up your item and continue to look forward. Bulldog messenger there from Lauren Russo. And Kayla carries again. She's on the verge of back-to-back 260 games to start. Cote, what a much-needed game, and kind of guaranteed the 250. So if she strikes, it will be 260 even. Someone in the chat earlier this week mentioned like Jillian shot a Dutch 260. I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to ask what they were.
What's a Dutch 260?
I wanted to ask what they were, or refer to. They were
spare, four-bagger, spare.
actually talking about and how that happens, but we had so many other things going on that was not on the top of my list.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense in my brain.
Either way, though, I'm good with 260. However you want to give it to me. I do want to mention one item that I thought about yesterday as we watched Jaude's fill shot. The old Big Four looked like a black venom that she tried going down the lane. So 256 for Jaude Cote. One thing that I did talk about, or did think about, I should say, yesterday, after having a chance to talk with Nora Johansson, that's a tease for you to watch the show for obvious reasons, but for additional reasons. We could have the first two-handed woman
On TV?
to make a stepladder finals here on the PWBA Tour. And Joe Q mentioned that in the chat and want to make sure that, that storyline is pretty significant. It's not quite as significant as the arena, but arguably it is to some degree.
I mean, it's historic. It's one of those things that, and it's appropriate that a European woman would be the first to make a televised final for the women, because who was the first one to make it for the man?
I don't know. Who was it?
You don't know?
I mean, Oscar.
Yeah, it was Oscar, and guess who was there?
You were.
I was.
Been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. That's actually
I've been
you.
everywhere. That's my theme song.
That's really you.
All right, let's get some bowling.
I've been everywhere, man.
I was surprised to learn that Nora learned a lot of her two-handed skills by watching another junior bowler in her bowling center.
Yeah, it was a very interesting interview. I learned a lot because I know I hadn't really had a lot of time to actually just have a good conversation with Nora. So I really took everything that she said in, and I listened intently. She's got a great story. Great story.
She does.
Birthday party, like many other children, sparked her love for bowling.
Hey, we need more bowling birthday parties.
So if she does make the show, just what Oscar, Belmo, Brian Valentin, and everyone that has come from the two-handed perspective since the men's side, what Nora is already doing, whether or not she makes the show, she's inspiring, and she kind of understood that too. But if she does make the show in front of all of the junior gold athletes this week, especially the young girls in attendance, we could see that kind of monumental-like moment.
That shift
For her. And, I think players like a Maggie Toma, Danielle Henderson have also laid some of the foundation. Victoria White also would be in that category. But there's nothing like TV. And that's where people still, we still watch television to some degree, especially us as bowlers. And with that said, someone who knows a lot about collegiate bowling and had a fantastic week this tournament and at the Ashwaubenon Bowling Alley, and one to get some thoughts on is Kayla Verstraete of Nebraska.
Hey, Bull TV.
How you doing?
I'm good. They were bowling so fast this morning.
The pace is serious.
I mean, it's 2 to a pair in a strike fest. So
Yeah, I was just talking to Shannon Pulaski, and she was like, I have no time to sit down.
no.
That's because everyone's striking for the most part.
Make it interesting.
See if Verity can get this first hit in the 10th here. Try to get to that 250. As soon as we turned over to watch her, she was front 6. We put the eye of Sauron, as I like to call it, on her, and it's been nothing but spares since then.
She is a great spare shooter.
She is solid.
Those 10 pins were crazy, though. It looks like it was yesterday, too.
And what do you mean by that?
I went and looked at my Lane Talk stats. I left 19 10 pins in 6 games. And I was like, it was hard to carry them. And I don't know if that was because there was less people on a pair or just being stubborn. Because the ball and the pins know when you're having fun, and I think that's why I was carrying them more on the qualifying day.
Yeah.
So I was a little pressed yesterday, but I gave myself a good run the last game. But unfortunately, I made the shot, but came up short. But hey, made it this far.
Well, how do you feel, first professional check, first cut? I know this is obviously just something that you will be remembering, thinking about, and obviously a good base, right, for as you move forward as a pro. What will you ultimately take away as we watch Verity shoot 246, take away from what you've learned and experienced this week?
I think I gained a little bit of confidence from bowling this week. I was kind of like, I want to say down in the dumps, but thinking that I made a mistake coming out on tour. And everyone has a different story when they come out on tour. And with everyone on Bowl TV, they've probably seen how high the scores have been this year, and especially how they were in Cleveland. And if you're not striking, you're not keeping up. And that was the opposite for me this week. I was striking and I was keeping up, and it was just like a confidence boost that I needed. And I'm ready for the rest of the season, getting into the Lucy and the 2 stops in Rochester.
Lindsay Boomershine and Rosia Restrepo finishing up here, and now Rose seeing a little bit of trouble. I'm noticing that it's not necessarily, like we just talked about, players striking and scoring. But how was the pair-to-pair moves this week?
They weren't like crazy. There is like a split in the house here. What is that? Between like 24 and 25. It was definitely hotter on the high or the low end. So I made the flip after qualifying game 2. I flipped down there for 3, and it was definitely like 10 degrees warmer. So I had to make like a little jump left. But other than that, pair-to-pair wasn't bad. The left lanes are kind of tricky here. I feel like that's any bowling center. That's like the theme of this year. The left lanes want to be tricky, but not like super crazy how some houses, like from pair to pair, it's like crazy different.
Again, in the booth with Kayla Verstraete. She just recently finished up her collegiate career at Nebraska. She's a part of what I was calling the NCAA crew, but she referred to the crew as the college crew as I was watching your interview from a couple of days ago yesterday.
It was great. I love that you guys want to put us out there. We just want to take a little bit and just run with it when we can. And Jod is still bowling. as part of our crew, so we're all here supporting her. We're like a little cheering section behind her. So,
And those are the things that I think I noticed. Now, for me, it's slightly different because I get a chance to watch collegiate bowling, and I've watched you guys compete for many years.
oh my God.
So instantly I noticed like you guys were traveling together, which I
Yeah.
thought was really cool. And it made like an easy transition, right? You guys know each other already, at least on some level, obviously, right, with this competitive level. We've got some teammates, of course, within your group. And then you being so gracious, of course, and with your time and, letting folks hang out in Lincoln at the U.S.
Yeah.
Women's Open. It's cool to see. I really enjoy what you guys talked. And then what you said about, I think Robin said, it was almost like a throwback, so to speak, to yesteryears.
But yeah, for this week we have where we rented the Airbnb, and there's 6 of us, and we cover 4 different schools: NCAT, Sam Houston, Nebraska, and Youngstown.
Yeah, because Lauren has been hanging out too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we were just talking to Coach Doug. Just with the 5 of us, we cover 15 All-Americans.
Wow.
I was like, that's a crazy stat. I was like, imagine if we all went to school together. That would have been a power team.
That's funny.
I think we all had a great college experience. We were all kind of reminiscing about now being done and how different our experiences were within our respected schools, but I don't think any of us would have changed anything.
I think you guys all chose great programs, and it's a testament to the strength of women's collegiate bowling and just how many great players are out there, is that you guys can all go to different schools, and it used to be just a few programs, right? And now you've got a dozen programs that are competitive, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, it's great. It's like through my time at Nebraska, we are consistently reminded about who came before us and leaving our legacy behind. Like in our practice facility, we have a wall for the All-Americans and National Players of the Year. And then on the other side, it's the Trailblazers who started the programs, like the Shadys, the Brian O'Keefes, the Paul Klumpas, all of the people who came before us who...
It's quite an impressive wall, by the way.
It is like, if you ever just stand there and look at it...
It's humbling.
I'm like... I don't feel like I should be here. I'm like, am I important like they are? Maybe in 10 years I can maybe feel like that, but now I just feel like it's crazy just to be on the All-American wall next to some of the greats like Lindsay Boomershine and Liz Culkin, Julia Bond, all the people who are still bowling, Shannon Plowski. I think we counted one time, there was 12 Nebraska alumni just in one tournament.
Well, I'm sure the U.S. Women's Open had to be one.
Like we had a dinner for all the current and former Husker alums, and it was great just to see how people just come together and still want to bowl and still succeed in the sport, and they're succeeding at the highest level too and still winning titles.
All right, folks, Game 3 is officially underway. Again, Kayla Verstrady hanging out with us for a few more minutes. We won't hold up a ton of her time because we know her. She's trying to get Jawed to the show.
Yeah.
And so we will let her do that in just a few minutes. With that said, though, we do want to recognize some of our most important viewers, and those are our Viewer of the Days. Of course, we had some issues this week, so we didn't get a chance to get everybody done, but this is today's Viewer of the Day specifically. Shout out to Tom Damon. His favorite bowler is John Janowitz. He's from Avon Park, Florida.
Is that guy any good?
John Janowitz or Tom? I was going to say, I don't know Tom yet. I haven't seen him bowl. So I'm going to say yes, Tom is also good. But JJ is also good.
He's repping Kegel in the picture,
Yeah,
too.
he is repping Kegel.
His favorite activities and hobbies include motorcycles. And what would you do if you won $1 million? Live a little. I like that.
Kayla, what would you do if you won $1 million?
Live a little.
That's a big question.
It is a big question.
I think probably like travel a little bit. I've been so tied down with bowling, obviously for the past 6 years at Nebraska, but I think just kind of just seeing the world, seeing every part of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. I was able to go on a service trip last May, and it really changed my outlook on how I look at things. And I was very grateful for the opportunity, and it really changed my life.
Emil, what about you? $1 million.
If I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million,
I
I'd
would
be rich.
I would make sure my kids are fine for the rest of their lives. That's
At
the
least
first
part
thing
of
I would do. Yeah, as best as we could, pay off any and all debts, and then probably like Tom, live a little. Then you can, if your financial bill is clean,
Life gets a little
you
easier.
got cash in the bank, your kids are relatively set. Put some things in some more trusts and all that kind of stuff. Make sure we're good. I would also live a little. I'd probably do this maybe more.
I could not see you just in the Bull TV booth. Like, I seen you through my whole college career, and then seeing when you weren't at the U.S. Open, I was like, where's Emil? Not like anyone else
Well,
is
you-
bad in the booth.
Better get used to it.
But
No,
it's
I'm going
just
to take that personally.
gonna
no, no,
happen
no,
soon.
no. But I was like, when you don't see someone that's usually there, you just hope everything is okay. And I asked questions, and everything was okay. And I was like, okay, he'll be here soon.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. You saw majority of my college career, so I was,
And you're from Rockford.
yes, I am.
Real quick, how did you get to Nebraska? What was that process like, and what other schools maybe were on your list at that time?
So I really obviously wanted to go NCAA. That was my main priority. I came from a really big bowling area, obviously being from Rockford, Illinois. It was kind of in my blood to pick up a bowling ball. My parents bowled and everything, so super grateful for that. But my high school team was a very good stepping stone for that, winning state championships, national championships, and just kind of getting my name out there with all the youth tours that were around. Like, EYTs were not a thing. And when I was getting older, I'm like so glad it's bigger
Sure.
now and everyone is succeeding so well in it. But kind of just getting my name out there, sending emails, like, and just really wanting to know where I could fit and call home, at least for 4 years. Now it was 6, but
Right?
but I reached out to Nebraska, McKendree, and Maryville. I wanted to go at least 4 hours away to just get the college feel. So obviously McKendree and Maryville were in that like time frame. So I went on visits and everything, and Nebraska was my last visit, and I don't know how you can't fall in love with the campus and the place and the people and everything. So I committed on my visit, actually, and I was Coach Straub's last recruit. So that was like a special moment for me because we talked about it at his retirement party, that I was the last person he recruited, and then Coach Kumpa took over the next season. But yeah, it's just nice to relive those moments, and it was the best decision I could ever make. And yeah, times got hard a lot, but I wouldn't change anything for the world because it made me a better person.
That is great stuff from Kayla. Real quick, we've got our 20-game update, so that's after 2 this morning. Josie Barnes, 5-12 for the first 2. She's at the plus 692. Nora Johansson of Sweden at plus 639. She's 91 over for the first 2. Kayla Smith and Lindsay Boomershine. That's important because our first tie in the top 5 at plus 589. Rocio drops from 2nd to 5th at plus 588. 15 pins back, Verity Crawley. 19 pins back, Jaude Cote. 43 pins back, former teammate of Kayla Verstrady, Jillian Martin. 59 pins back, Shannon Pluhowski. 82 pins out, Jen Higgins. And Lauren Russo, Olivia Farwell round out 11th and 12th, respectively. And either one of those players is still like one big game away from still being firmly in contention. And it could happen here perhaps for Olivia.
Yeah, this is going to be fun, and I'm glad I have a front row seat to it. It's gonna come down to the wire, and that's what a lot of the qualifying has come to make the cut. And this is an amazing opportunity to get women's sports and women's bowling on the map. and I am lucky enough to be staying for the finals, and hopefully we can break another record,
right.
because I said in my interview the other day that I was part of the Nebraska Volleyball Day world-breaking record for their match 2 years ago. So maybe I can be part of another one.
Take a look at this replay from Jillian. Oof. Oh,
Oh, dang.
that was violent.
I've seen a few of those in my
I
time.
was going to say.
It doesn't surprise me much anymore, but what that girl can do with a bowling ball, I admire her so much. Yeah, I'm older than her, but I look up to her so much. She is a great person, a great bowler, and if you ever get the chance to be her friend, don't take it for a grain of salt, because she's an amazing person, and she's one of my best friends in the bowling alley and out of the bowling alley. So I'm so glad I got to be teammates with her for at least 3 seasons. So
Yeah, we always forget how young she still is, because she's already done
so much.
so much. You know, she's almost had a Hall of Fame career before her career has even really started.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
that's just, you know, she's got what, four titles in a major. Like, I mean,
who does that before you're even 21?
one more, a major title, and
Great point.
she's already Hall of Fame eligible. So it's you got to stop. It's like, I think about Anthony Simonson, right? You got to remind yourself, oh, Anthony's still super young, even though he's done so much. It's the same thing with Jillian. It's very cool to watch.
I'm so excited to see what she does. Like, she's basically bowled full-time out on tour this season, but, like, really putting her efforts in after next season and really just making it her full priority after she's done with school next year.
Dangerous. That's what I've got to say.
Oh, my God. That girl, I'm like, what goes to your head? And she's like, nothing.
You know, the best in the world all say the same thing.
Yeah.
What you always ask them, what are you thinking about? Nothing. I'm just throwing the ball.
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna air her a little, or air her out on the.
You gonna put her on blast a little bit?
Yeah, she's kind of an airhead, but I love it about her. But like, she is so smart too. Like, she just got an award for academic All-American something. I don't know the exact term for it, but
At Nebraska?
yeah,
Okay.
she puts her schooling before she's a bowler, but it's not like she puts it to the back burner. They're both on the front burner. And, like, she's in school right now.
Yeah.
Like, she's taking summer classes. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
She was doing it during the U.S. Open, and she made a decent run at it. And is probably in a class right now, because I know when they start and end, because I'm in summer classes. And I'm like, the way she can balance everything with going to junior team camp, coming out here, going on vacation with her parents after this, and still being able to stay at the highest level. Like, everyone should find a role model, and she's my role model.
Quick look at the messenger, not the messenger, I should say, the carry of what was a 4.79, almost a 4.79.10. That one kind of sliced right through the heart.
You saw that a lot this week.
Yeah.
Why do you think that was?
I think I have no idea. Like, I think it's just people are just consistently hitting the same spot. Like, you weren't moving a lot this week. So I think people just got comfortable, and, like, those were just the micro moves that you needed to make. Like, you weren't four-pinning as much as, like, other tournaments, but, like, you were carrying a 4-9. You're like, okay, I need to move a little bit. Like, you were getting the hits, in a sense, to show you needed to move.
We see Verity can get into the 240s. So that's a good. Well, Verity continues to be on point today. Jaw needed that one as well.
Yeah, that was big.
Here is Jillian. Oh, Jen Higgins has got a game going too.
Yeah, she was struggling down on this quote-unquote high end.
There
She
was
couldn't get all the carry.
There was that kind of that 4.9-ish carry again.
Like, you were tripping out 7-10s too. Like, I think someone got a video of me tripping out of 710, and I was so glad he got it.
Here's Verity looking for the second hit in the 10th.
Great shot.
Oh,
It was really
man.
good.
Dynamite.
She's like a machine. I'm like,
And have you seen a freer swing?
no.
Like, it's just so free and just so effortless. And then you hear the
Yeah,
at
I
the
know
line.
it's. I know
know
it's.
how much power she's getting.
I know it's Jillian or it's Verity.
Yeah.
It's one of them. Like, I think I'm just so numb to it now. It's because I was so used to hearing Jillian do it at practice, and I'm like, girl, can you just stop?
Can you not be so powerful?
And I'm just like, if you can strike, do whatever you want.
Everybody always asks her why her heel's all messed up because she's got the big pad on the heel. I'm like, it's fine. She's fine.
Oh, stubborn 10-pin again.
Yeah, Jay Higg needed that one. Still in good position, though.
Oh, ball change?
The looks like the popular Gremlin.
Yeah, I was going to drill one of those before yesterday's block, but I was like, I'm not a person who gravitates towards new stuff. I like my tried and true, the discontinued stuff, and I'm just so hesitant of like trying something new because I was like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I was in that mindset of college too. Oh, almost carried it.
That was interesting. I think you will probably learn to be more open-minded on that aspect bowling out here
As your career develops.
as you keep going on, because you know most of the time, obviously, the reps know what they're talking about or probably have seen something similar kind of in the moment. I think I remember the first time that reps were just shining up bowling balls like they were going out of style, and I was like, wow, that was the right move, and the entire field went to mostly shiny stuff.
Yeah.
Another good one for Kayla Smith.
My name twin.
So here's the question here.
Oh, she can go something besides the purple?
That's
Or
great.
is she going to the purple?
Yeah, it looks like
Or a different one?
She's like, I like urethane.
She threw it in college, too.
Yeah, it looks
Obviously,
like
like, our college careers lined up and everything. If she wasn't throwing the purple, I was shocked.
Yeah, she definitely, that was a favorite piece, certainly. I'm more concerned about the hot dogs.
She had a nickname in college, and it just stuck.
Nice. Hot dog?
I don't know.
What's-
Becca Hagerman is someone to ask about that.
Okay.
I don't know. Like,
Kayla Smith starting out strong this
been great.
morning. Just absolutely. She's not flinching, Kayla.
maybe I'm giving her some good energy for having the same name, but
Yeah. Name energy.
yes, I'm giving her all mine that I didn't have yesterday. But she bowled well in qualifying. She bowled right next to me, and she bowled well in Waterloo too. So I think that's the confidence she needed.
Big shout out to Rick Wetzel, who was yesterday's viewer of the day. We did not get a chance to acknowledge him. His favorite bowlers are E.J. Tackett and Diana Zavjalova.
They're pretty good.
He is from Abilene, Texas. Rick also watches Bowl TV truly avidly, and so we appreciate you, Rick. His favorite activities right now is being retired, but also biomedical research.
That's one of my favorite hobbies,
Okay.
too.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
Just a little biomed.
that's what I just do on my free Saturdays.
You got some beakers and microscopes set up in the hotel room.
Yeah.
What would you do if you won $1 million? Purchase my own pro shop, join the PBA 50 tour, and the remainder would go to support bowling college scholarships and research professorship. That is very elegant.
He seems
Appreciate
like a smart dude.
How about
I love that. I love giving back to the sport of bowling. It is amazing. It's given me so much, and I love that people want to just give back to collegiate bowling and bowling in general. So it's amazing.
Final couple frames for Rocio and Lindsay Boomershine. With that, we will allow Kayla to try to get Jade onto the show with a couple of games left. Before you go, though, Kayla, if you can give some advice to some young athletes, specifically young girls watching here this week, Understanding that, of course, you went through the college experience and now are in the midst of your first professional season, what advice would you give them who, the players and young ladies who would like to do what you're doing at this moment?
Just ask questions. If people don't know, they'll find the people that do know. Reach out as soon as you can. Get your name out there as much as you can, and just bowl tournaments. That's how people know. Like, when they search your name, they want to find standings that you bowled a tournament or you're out every Sunday bowling a tournament in your home state or in your surrounding states and everything. And it's just practice. Practice a lot. Like, I know it's so cliche to say, but in college, you practice 20 hours a week. Get a little used to it and just have fun. Like, I know burnout is real. I experienced it, but have a healthy balance and make your mental game stronger. Because I wish I knew that a little bit before I went into college, because it is a switch going from high school to college, and just like really find someone in your area that you can ask questions for and just have fun. Pick up your spares, kids. I wish I knew that yesterday, but
Pick up your spares.
Have fun.
Tell
and make
Junior Gold
spares.
that.
Yeah, that's
pick
right.
up your spares,
That
and you
is-
won't miss cut by 30 pins.
That is the Junior Gold advice right there. All right, Kayla Verstrady, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Hopefully, Ja does get to the show, and we will see you at the Lucy, correct?
Correct?
Okay.
I'll be here for the rest of the day, so I'll get to see you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
That is Kayla Verstrady, formerly of Nebraska, first-team All-American, national champion, and now a tour rook. And destroying headsets.
That thing just got static tested right there.
That was great. First frame. Rowe, one more going to be in the 250s.
Good bounce back game for Rowe.
You guys heard me say first frame because that's what you need in your life. If you need a sneak peek, first frame is your sneak peek at Bowler's Journal. And as a USBC member, you get exclusive access. Check out player features, tips from the pros, youth bowler highlights, and more. All in one place. Sign up today and dive into the stories behind the sport you love. That is first frame. You'll also get a sneak peek of Joey K's head in our camera shot. I love Joey K, and I get to talk about this with him because it's he's a tall gentleman. There he is right there. He's always standing at Channel 7 every day this week. He's been right in front of Channel 7.
Good round, nice shot.
Roseanne, there will not be any giveaways today. In fact, it's very strange, but yeah, this is a week where there are no giveaways. The giveaway is the arena finals. That's the giveaway this week on CBS Sports Network, Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Good finish there for Boomershine. Row 2-4-7. As things continue to unfold here at the Schwabenon Bowling Alley. Game 4. We'll get up and change some graphics here. The 2026 USBC Women's Championships. Don't forget that's your chance to compete at one of bowling's top events and create lasting memories with friends from across the country. More than 16,000 women bowl each year. Don't miss your chance to be part of it. Register now and make 2026 your championship year. Again, thank you to Kayla Verstrady. All right, so we got Farwell, Martin, Pluhowski, Cote in front of us. Right now, this is Channel 7. Over on Channel 5, Nora, Josie, Lindsay, Rocio, and then Kayla, Higgins, Russo, and Verdi. And we will actually move over to that area because Verdi just left a 7-pin. Good shot by Cote. We'll watch Pluhowski. We'll watch Farwell. And then we'll head to 25 through 28 because right now it's Kayla Smith's world to some degree. And we are all living in it. Good shot. So speaking of Kayla Smith, again, spare 4-bagger. We were just talking about the jersey filled with hot dogs. I noticed that they weren't not quite Chicago style, but we'll work on that. Considering that she does, she's not from Chicago, but it's not that far from where she certainly has grown up. With that said, I did learn a little bit of more information. Shout out to Shannon O'Keefe. Hope all is well, Shannon. Sounds like South Point, which makes a ton of sense because the South Point hot dogs, of course, are so good that that's where the nickname originally stemmed from. They were talking about how good the hot dogs were there, talked about it for about 5 frames, and then Kayla was up out of nowhere. As she strikes again, Becca Hagerman yelled, "Let's go hot dog," and thus a nickname was born. And perhaps for more on that, we go down to Laneside with Justin Bowe.
Thanks, Emil, and you shared pretty much everything there is to know about that story. They were talking about the hot dogs, and they had gotten hot dogs during one of the breaks during their time at McKendree, and they actually, we were talking to Hope and Miranda sitting in the back here, and Kayla's not actually a huge hot dog lover. But because of that statement from Becca that she said, "Let's go hot dog," that nickname stuck, and now she's wearing a jersey with hot dogs on it, chasing her first TV show.
This is interesting. The story continues to unfold. Well, if that's the case, then I got to get her to add some Chicago-style items to the jersey for future reference. Appreciate you, Justin.
Absolutely.
And another one. Right now, folks, again, let's refresh. We do have the score update. Kayla Smith, 760 for the first 3 games. She has the highest block for the first 3. Verity Crawley, 746. Nora Johansson, 730. Josie Barnes, 714. Jillian Martin, 707. Jade Cote, 700. Goes to show that Jillian and Jade both have shot 700, but they haven't cracked the top 5 because everybody in the top 5, minus Rowe, but she shot 688, is not giving back pins, and certainly enough in Rocio's case to be threatened at this point. Pretty impressive what every player right now is doing. All right, if you haven't seen, let's get those scores out to you. And Smith once more and again. Kayla Smith. Could it be her moment? Oh, Verity. I talked about Verity winning the Chicagoland Women's Open. She also bowled the PBA LBC, so she had a full weekend of bowling on her way to Green Bay. And I think the confidence, sometimes you just need a good performance. And she came in here with certainly the right mindset, as she often does. But the results are starting to show here. Farwell, by the way, has gone strike, spare, 4-bagger. Just an FYI, and just as I say that, she's through the nose, and she leaves a 4, 7, 10 on 41 and 42. Kayla Smith again. Oh, 7 goes late. It's getting serious, folks. It is a situation here. Now you can reasonably start to talk about, right? Kayla Smith could walk out of here as the top seed for the show. Not just making it. She could be the #1 seed. Bang, Jen Higgins. Barnes at plus 694. Nora Johansson has closed the gap at plus 678, but there is Kayla Smith. Ready, willing, and able to possibly take over the top seed, perhaps even this game. Rocio fourth at plus 635. Verity, by the way, has moved into the top 5 at plus 620. Lindsay Boomershine falls out of the number. She's 20 back. Jillian Martin is 21 pins back. Jade Cote is 33 pins back. Shannon Pluhowski is 45 pins back. Here's Smith. Bang.
Is that Kayla Smith's first?
Kayla Smith doing the job. Jen Higgins can still shoot 249. Again, got to keep Jen Higgins in your rear view. Wow. You talking about messengers. We just saw a couple of them. There's one that didn't actually connect this time for Verity Crawley. There's the messenger first. That is unbelievable. Come on, hot dog. Oh, I was ready. I was ready. I was ready.
You were ready. You had it fired up and ready to go.
Ready.
But I think she'll take that game.
Listen, her low game today is 245. This is reminiscent of what we saw from Nora Johansson yesterday. Her low game through 4 was 243. And now right now through 4, Kayla Smith's low game is 245.
And she's going to add a 270 to that, 279 if she covers this. And what an impressive performance from the young player.
Well, she came out, and you mentioned it, no fear, right?
No.
I think she came right out just as a player in this situation should. When you've got a look, you feel confident about what you're doing, right? There's no reason not to be confident in what you do to start. No, bowling is bowling, and things don't always go our way. That's a big finish there for Jen Higgins, but she has shown no fear. And right now, certainly on pace to have her highest finish of her career. She's got 2 10th-place finishes, one in each of the previous 2 seasons, including this year in Waterloo, last year in Southern Indiana. Here's Verity Crawley. She mixes them up again, and Verity this time trying to remain in the show, folks. This one's going to come down, I think, to Game 6, Frame 10.
Yes, it is one of those Frame 10, and it's going to be one of those shows where, like 7 or, you've got 4 or 5 players fighting for 2 or 3 spots. Maybe even more, 7 or 8 players fighting for 2 or 3 spots. So it's going to be exciting. You're not going to want to miss it. I mean, how can you not stay glued? Especially when the big games, I've said it before, when the big games are out there, right? When you have the opportunity to throw the big game, it's going to be out there, so you know that, hey, if I'm within 60 or 70 of that show, I've got a pop going into the last game. And Verity looking to double it up. Oh, she got that outside. And no. So that's going to be a 230. Keeps pace. It should keep her in the show.
Again, folks, what's going to happen here after we are all wrapped up, top 5 players, of course, will take their photos. They will have a practice session tomorrow evening inside the arena. They will also appear at the Junior Gold Trade Show. They probably were, some of them at least, would be scheduled to appear anyway with their respective brands, but they will be at the PWBA booth. The top 5, no matter who they are, will be at the booth from 1 to 3:30 p.m. Make sure you stop by the Resch Expo. It's also attached to the Resch Center, so everything will be in one place. Then we've got practice sessions going on here for actual Junior Gold competition. So still a full day of busyness for the Schwabenheim Bowling Alley. Shout out to the Orvis family. Great job so far this week. And now Nora Johansson. You know, it's rare to say, Curtis, but with what Kayla Smith is doing.
Well, she's going to probably drop down to, it looks like maybe 4th or 5th.
It's crazy to say, though, but if you're in the top 5, you literally cannot afford to shoot 2-0 or less.
No. Well, that's a big first hit in the 10th. She needs the second one right here. Keep her in the 190s. Keep the damage down to a minimum and keep her in the show. Lindsay Boomershine can bowl 245 if she strikes out. That puts her, that would actually not be enough to go around Nora, but it'll get her inched closer. But that's if she strikes out. Rocio Restrepo there. Big shot. She needs to get things moving a little bit as well to keep pace. Nice double there for Nora Johansson.
Almost had to have it. Had a quick combo there with Joey K. Another 10-pin. We're in that zone too. And now Boomershine in some serious trouble. Lower game, of course, from Nora. Josie still in the 2 teens, 214. And another phone drop. And everyone looked right at the. I tell you, I've just never said don't bleach. I'm not doing it.
Don't be that player. Be that person, I mean.
With regard to lane play and with the curiosity of how today's round is playing in comparison to others, we send it down to Justin Bone.
Yeah, I was able to talk to some pretty smart minds in bowling, combination of Rob Gottschall, Jason Wojner, and Matt Russo. And it sounds like that they are just hooking a little bit earlier today, and they're tighter down lane, which there's multiple ways to attack this pattern with as high as the scores are, so there's always going to be a lot of answers. But it seems like slower speed, more around it. There's also more players that like to hook it going down the lane or that are across the field today. So the players that like to be a little straighter, their ball is getting behind the head pin, like we just saw Lindsay do, you know, where the ball is getting a little behind the head pin, ring 10, not going through it as well. So either slower ball speed, more around it, stronger covers, any of those seem to be the answer. It's just a matter of what is the right combination for the right player.
All right, thanks, Justin. Appreciate you. A little insight there from Justin Bone.
Thank you, JB. Only bringing in, of course, some additional sites, but now some additional reporting as well. It's, you know, it's one of those things, right? And that's where bowling is so unique to me because, you know, every shot the lanes are changing. And despite the amount of strikes that we're seeing, the lanes are still changing, but it's not always a positive for everybody.
Yep. Verity Crawley looks really sharp right now.
Well, there's that is a no doubter, and not that she hasn't looked like herself throughout the season, But obviously, she just hasn't had the season that we've seen from her in the past. And I talked about, again, the 2 items that she bowled on her way to Green Bay, the PBA LBC. I think she took over the women's division lead there, and then winning the Chicagoland Women's Open doubles. I'm sorry, Women's Open. And I think anytime you get a win, I mean, I could, even if it was checkers, I'd take that as a confidence booster right there.
Absolutely.
Verity's highest finish is 4th this season. She did make the show at the season opening Topeka Open, and that's her lone top 10 finish this season. But she's about to change that. All right, Rocio with the 10-pin. A couple more shots for Lindsey Boomershine. That will give us an opportunity to recognize our viewer of the day from July 9th. Speaking of Verity, how about that?
Look at that, on cue.
And Roseanne Costanzo, who is a longtime Bowl TV viewer. Congrats, Roseanne. Liz Johnson, her favorite bowler. Hometown, of course, of San Diego. Favorite activities and hobbies, raising orchids. That's interesting because I bought my wife an orchid plant for Mother's Day.
Nice.
And she actually was like, we don't have these often, so I got to think about or research how to care for it.
Yeah.
So now I know I can ask Roseanne how to properly care for an orchid plant. And if she won $1 million, she would give some to charity, some repairs on the house, and take a trip. Well, I like all of those things. I like Rick's answer, too. We all should be able to donate a little bit more to some college bowling scholarship funds, and keep sending good people to school and enjoy and follow the passion that they have for bowling. All right, VC. Rio said that they had no sound. Did anyone else have sound when the viewer of the day graphic hit the screen? What game is this, by the way? Is this 4 or
Game
5?
5. Right? Yeah,
Is it game 5?
I believe so.
Okay. You got to make some changes. So the story, folks, if you're just joining us, Kayla Smith has come out aggressive. She is one of 2 lefties to make the top 12. But she has owned the moment. And now I'm forgetting her game 4 score, but it's going to be a race now for the top seed, as it was going to be that anyway. And Verity now with the front 5. Ooh, this is great. Oh, someone's and Kayla. Where did she go to? She moved over. Well, this is incredible. It's too late, Lawbird. I clicked the button already.
Kayla Smith not backing down, man. Chase Kaufman in the building.
All right, so Kayla's performance right now is brought to you by Junior Gold, because on Monday, next week is the official start of Junior Gold 2025. And as you know, it's right here in Green Bay, including at the Ashwaubenon Bowling Alley.
Oh!
Kayla Smith,
Wow.
have a day.
You have yourself.
All right, from July 14th through the 19th.
We got to see that one again. Look at this. Online, comes in light. Wall banger for the 5 and the slow trip for the 10. He is.
Again, don't forget, tune in to Bowl TV for all of your coverage of Junior Gold all week long, with qualifying, match play up until the final shows appear on CBS Sports Network. This is for the front 10.
Oh. Great effort there by Kayla.
Kayla Hot Dog Smith, who does not necessarily even enjoy hot dogs, but what started as a team or Jacksonville State a themed item at South Point turned into a nickname, and even now jerseys being represented on the PWBA tour. She had to have known that people would ask these questions
Yes.
about hot dog, and I'm sure she's prepared for the answer every
Makes
time.
me want a hot dog real bad. You
Now,
know what movie that's from?
I don't actually.
Okay.
What is it? Truly
We'll,
don't.
we'll give the viewers in the chat a chance to ring in on that, what that quote was from.
Now, at the same time, I told you from the start that
Jen
Higgins is
There
the
she
sleeper
is.
today. And Higgins, this is an important shot. Hook.
And
Oh.
it does.
So Higgins is now going to be in the 270s.
And the top 5 didn't have. I mean, Verity had a decent game, but the top 5 didn't really go off.
No, this is, Verity and Kayla. And then there were great starts from Josie and Nora. Josie, speaking of that, is on the front 4. Verity on the front 8 now. We'll wait to watch Jen Higgins' final shot. And we might have a couple of 279s here.
We'll give Verity another chance to strike before we.
All right, Jay Higg, 278.
Nice.
A pair of 278s, I beg your pardon. Sean Lee watching. Do work. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Legally Blonde. They got it.
Got some breaking news for you. And Roseanne, it pays to ask questions because you never know who is listening. That's one of my first broadcasting lessons. Get out of there, 10. Maybe. Oh!
Now we're going back to Verity.
Bang. Front 9 for Verity Crawley. White flower today, matching the writing and the trim of the baby blue jersey. There's a good look at Verity and the smile.
Oh, and that late trip there on the 10 pin.
All right, to Roseanne, who asks about giveaways. You never know who's watching or listening. Chris Schlimmer of Roto Grip, longtime brand manager for Roto Grip. And with ties, of course, to the PWBA Tour, which many don't know about. He was on the player services truck back in the days. He was listening to Roseanne. He's listening to the broadcast and watching. We appreciate you, Slim, as always. And he has offered to give away a brand new Roto Grip Gremlin.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we appreciate, of course, the Brands of Storm. They're a proud gold partner. And Storm is often involved in our bowling ball giveaways during Step Ladder Finals. I'll tell you more after the conclusion of Verity's 10th frame. This is Crawley. For 10 in a row. Bang.
Staying with you, Jay.
So we had two 278s this game. And those have already been diminished. Josie Barnes not to be undone or outdone, excuse me. She's got the front 6 looking for 7 in a row. There it is. Lauren Russo. Nora Johansson. Now it's a battle of survival for these players up top.
Yeah.
Trying to survive. It's turned into March Madness. Survive in advance. The practice swing. The elegance. 10 down. Front 11 for Verity. Again, Chris Schlimmer of Roto Grip, watching and listening, has offered to give away a brand new Roto Grip Gremlin bowling ball. I'll give you the details. Ultimately, we'll do our normal giveaway. And then I think, Chris, the best way to do it would be we would have to get your info to them somehow without giving it out to the public, unless everyone already knows your Roto Grip email address. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But first, it's Crawley. Entered the day in 7th, has been on the move since the start. This is for perfection. And a 4-pin. 299. In a season, by the way, Jordan Richards shot the 20th 300 game of the 2025 season, which as a PWBA season, that set a new record since the relaunch. But Barnes is not done. She's got Lisa, Ruth, and Kyle watching in the background.
Nora Johansson's got to keep striking here.
Yeah, she's all of a sudden in a situation where she has to strike.
Yeah.
With one game to go. Our game 22 update is finally in. And Kayla Smith, your new leader at plus 714. Josie Barnes second at plus 708. Nora Johansson third at plus 672. Verity obviously just shot 299, but she was at plus 656. Jillian Martin fifth now at plus 626 with Rocio moving out of the number. She's 9 pins back. Barnes for 9 in a row. Ooh, yes, indeed. Lindsay Boomershine, 7th at plus 597. Jade Cote and Shannon Pluhowski tied for 8th at plus 594. Jen Higgins was 33 pins back. She just shot 278. Jen Higgins will have a chance to make this show with one game to go, with Russo and Farwell rounding out our final 2 spots in 11th and 12th, respectively. What a morning.
Nora Johansson's now finding herself in a little bit of trouble.
Yes, thank you, Chad. Again, someone who married, we both have married people.
Yes, I have married a person.
I guess the difference is one in the moment did not change their name, and one did. Because every time I go historically to Jordan, the first thought is always the last name with the R instead of the one with the S.
It's Jordan
Snodgrass.
Snodgrass. My wife didn't change her name for 12 years, 10 years. She changed her name when we finally had Lydia.
Well, how about that? Josie Barnes got married several years back. Husband Kyle is in the building. She's got Barnes on the flag. Oh, it is dead silent in here, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable atmosphere here at the Ashwaubenon. For 10 in a row. Wrap 10. It's been a long time since it became silent when someone was at the front nine here on PWBA Tour. That let you know everything you needed to know about what the moment means. Someone's going to advance to the arena finals, folks. 5 players are going to bowl in the Resch Center on Sunday night.
I think Nora might be falling out of the show here. Not yet, actually, but it's about to get really tight. There's going to be all the way down to really 10th place is going to have a very good shot at making a run for this show for this last game. You've got some big games being shot all over the place. Rocio Restrepo, Jillian Martin both shooting good games. Let's see. Go ahead and watch Rocio's 10th frame here. Can shoot 269. Big opportunity for Rocio to put herself back on the show. And she comes in high, leaves that 4 pin. Jillian Martin going to shoot a nice one here, looking for a double in the 10th to put her in the 250s. And she gets it. Nice game there by Jillian Martin.
Well, for a few players, it is starting to kind of settle in on the reality portion that they just may not have enough.
A couple players are kind of going to be on the outside looking in. Olivia Farwell had a great week. She nothing to hang her head about. Just kind of let the day get away from her early, and it's hard to fight back when you already had to bowl a big day in the first place, and so. But a great finish there for her, and Lauren Rousseau is probably on the outside looking in, but almost everybody else has got an opportunity to really shoot some big numbers here, and put themselves on the show or stay on the show, as the case may be. And just like that, I've got to go change graphics again, and it feels like I literally just did it. Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who has logged on this morning. Very weird yesterday to not have 2 squads of bowls. We had the round of 32 at Cash Run yesterday, and separately today the round of 12. A Dynamite Pro-Am week, 2 Pro-Ams this week, one on Tuesday. All majority bowling in almost like a Baker style like All right, folks, sounds like you couldn't hear me. That's because you couldn't. I was talking in the back channel the entire time. Everyone does that, by the way. So I'll reiterate. The giveaway is about to take place. Thank you to Chris Schlimmer. The way we're going to do that is we will get the email of the winner, and then we will send that directly to Chris, and then Chris will facilitate the details of making sure that winner gets their bowling ball. Now, of course, you know the giveaway rules here. Get out of full screen so you can see the lower thirds, so you can see the prompts. DJ, I love that you checked your age, though. I actually appreciate that. Oh, I love you guys.
Kayla Smith not backing down.
All right, the Roto Grip Gremlin giveaway. It is live. Again, get out of full screen. It is live. Early miscue here for Nora. All right, so quick update after 23 games and 5 today. Kayla Smith leads Josie Barnes. My apologies there, Curtis, on your foot. By 6 pins. 6 pins is the difference between Kayla Smith and Josie Barnes for the #1 seed. Verity Crawley has moved all the way to 3rd at plus 755. Nora Johansson at plus 689 in 4th. Jillian Martin in 5th at plus 681. Jen Higgins is 6th. 10 pins back.
You called it, my man. You called it.
Rocio Restrepo is 7th. Submit your entry, by the way, folks. Submit your entry. Rowe is 7th, 17 pins back. Pluhowski is 8th, 63 pins back.
You saw the crumble there by Kayla. Everything is going her way, and she is a couple of frames away from making her first stepladder final.
Wow, I mean, what a way to make your first. But she's got to get it. She's got to finish the job. Do not leave it to chance. Congratulations to Christine. Christine, you have won yourself a Roto Grip Gremlin courtesy of Chris Schlimmer and a Roto Grip front 6 for Kayla Smith. Again, congrats, Christine. We got Christine and Chris responsible, of course, for the giveaway.
Nora Johansson will pop on over after Jen Higgins shot here.
All right, so Christine, a little bit different today, real quick. We will grab your email address, and then we will send it directly to Chris Schlimmer, and then he will facilitate the details. So you must be paying attention to your email here in the next, I would probably give it a couple weeks, because Junior Gold is happening. There's a ton going on. But we got you down. Okay, folks. Really, at this point, outside of Jen Higgins and Rocio Restrepo, 63 pins is not a lot in the normal situation.
No bonus pins, though.
It does seem like a ton to come back from right now. Smith, front 7. Oh, but those are the ones that Jen Higgins kind of got to have right now.
Nora needs to start striking here and needs to start striking bad. She needs a 6 or 7 bagger here to make sure that she's on the show. And that was a good shot there. Verity Crawley looking to keep her spot. And she gets the late 10 pin to tip over. Thanks, Schlem.
Indeed.
Josie Barnes here. A battle for first seed.
Wow, that was a great shot.
That was a great shot.
All 10 down without a doubt.
We'll go ahead and take a look at Kayla Smith as she tries to keep striking.
Oh, good break. Again, just a 6-pin differential between Smith and Barnes. But you got to keep an eye out for Verity Crawley as well, who could sneak up and grab the top seed in front of both of those players. Huge double there from Johansson.
Gets her back in the kind of the swing of things right there. She needs to throw a few more.
Kayla Smith, 13-16 for 5 games. 13-16 for 5.
Looks like
the 6-game scoring record since the relaunch was set by Brianna Klimmer back in 2022. That was during her run of
in Florida.
879 and the possible 900. And Barnes does not actually get the break that Kayla Smith just got.
Yeah. Couldn't trip out the 7-pin where Kayla tripped out the 10-pin.
Johansson looking for 3 in a row.
It's a good shot. Oh, the yes.
Just the power.
She has an advantage over anybody in the field with that for the most part. There's a couple of players that can kind of compete with her rev rate and speed, but it's top notch. That's that move where it's a little behind the head pin, came in, wrapped the 10.
Big split here, no conversion. Second split and second open of the day, or of this game, excuse me, for Josie Barnes.
And just like this, we're almost done. It looks like Jen Higgins is going to, we'll go pop on over just to see her score there, but it looks like she's going to fall a little short.
Jade Cote, what a tournament. It was a great week for the college crew, as they are now often referred to as.
Yeah.
She bowled great yesterday, fell off the pace a little bit. She will finish short of the show as well at plus 634. Meanwhile, Kayla Smith continues to pour it on, folks. By the way, she would have needed 279 to tie said record, but she is going to be, it looks like, in the top 5 with regard to all-time, or I should say, since the relaunch, specifically in the 6-game scoring record column.
Oh, that's oh man, Rocio Restrepo trying to keep pace here. 9-pin. Okay.
Another one for Kayla Smith.
It was a great run by Jen Higgins, and she chops that spare there. But a great effort. You called a run there by Higgins, and it looks like Kayla Smith is going to be maybe 2 pins shy. Oh man.
And Kayla Smith is going to be your #1 seed. We'll make sure that Verity can't get there. It doesn't look like she can.
What a tournament by Kayla Smith so far. She is going to be the #1 seed. And you saw the college crew there.
Unbelievable.
Here, we'll get some of the platitudes here. Show some of that emotion. Hope Gramley giving her a big hug.
Those are
Kayla Whipple,
teammates right there, too.
Yeah. Kayla Whipple, Kelly Whipple is embracing. You just got the whole thing. You see Miranda Pattison. Let's take a look and see. Nora Johansson needs a big game
All right, that's a big shot there for Barnes. Again, now she's looking at making sure she doesn't fall out of second, possibly. Verity can still shoot 237. And then, of course, we got to check in on Jen Higgins. Looks like she's going to fall short.
Rocio Restrepo.
Rowe and Jillian Martin effectively are in a battle for what could be the final spot as long as Nora continues to handle her business.
And you saw there errant shot there from Jillian Martin. Nora Johansson looking to make it 6 in a row. I said that she needed to string some strikes together, and a huge one in the 9th for Nora Johansson. You've got to root for that storyline. And Verity Crawley with the 10 pin. That puts her max score now at 226.
Oh, my. Okay.
We're going to go on over to an important pair here. Jillian Martin now is in a battle. Rocio Restrepo right there.
Kayla Smith will be the #1 seed for the first arena setting since 2011. The U.S. Women's Open was held there. Leanne Holsenberg.
I talked with Leon yesterday.
You did.
Oh, that one came in light there for Rocio. This thing keeps things very interesting. Big strike there. Big 10 pin, unfortunately, there for
All right, so Barnes is going to be in the 10th frame. The best she can do now is 201, which will leave her at plus 787.
Oh, I think that does it for Nora Johansson. That's going to put her at least in the 240s. Possibility of a 250 here. Verity with a big one right there. Keeps her in the potentially in the 220s. 226 her max score. Nora Johansson 257 her max score. What a finish here by Nora Johansson.
That was a huge shot there for Barnes. I mentioned she can only get to 787, as you can see. Verity can get to 781. So Verity strikes out and Josie does not strike here. Verity could move in front of Josie Barnes.
Oh, wow. Nora Johansson finishes this up and throws the back 8. What an incredible finish by Nora. That one behind the head pin, 7-10.
All right, so that'll be 215 with count. I would move her to 770. Nora can finish at 746. Wow. Ooh, this pair was not friendly to Josie. Perfect place, kind of perfect timing to have that situation and not games 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah. What a finish there, Nora Johansson, 256.
All right, so Nora's at 745.
I'm going to go on over here. Well, let's get the scores for Josie.
All right, so Verity's in at 215 officially. Josie's in at 190 officially. She drops to 776. Still in front of Verity, still in front of Nora. And now, Jillian.
Wow, that was a huge shot there.
So Rocio can strike out for 226. They do that again. Her max score would now be 690. Jillian is in control. And now, with that said,
Rocio just opened
Wow.
potentially opened in the 10th. Now, Jillian.
This is interesting. Sandy, she is indeed, speaking of Nora, she will be the first two-handed woman to make a telecast here. That is, of course, the other storyline that we've been talking about. Big spare opportunity here. It's online.
Oh!
Nicely done. Okay. With a strike, Rowe gets to 206. That would leave her at 670. And now she would need hiccups from Jillian Martin.
Look at that cover. When you need it the most.
Jillian
Needs a
would have to shoot 189.
double
Well,
here
actually,
is huge.
190. That's if Rowe strikes. Oh, ho, ho. Big break there. All right, so if you're just joining us, Kayla Smith, a phenomenal round today. She shoots 1593, which is second, six-game scoring record since the relaunch. She is the #1 seed and took over that over Josie Barnes. Rowe does strike, 206. She's officially now in the books at 670, plus 670.
Martin, Jillian needs a double in the 10th. If she picks,
Oh my
no.
goodness.
That's
Oh no. Wow.
that's it.
Real quick, Curtis. How would you gather yourself briefly before you go up to and step on that 10th frame? She's not going to waste any time. I kind of like the strategy.
Isn't it over?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's over. She needed that. She needed the cover.
Wow. Wow.
So Rocio Restrepo.
Wow.
I
Wow.
missed a 9-pin.
She needed to shoot the max, though the magic number for her was 189 to tie 190 to grab it. 188 would have actually been the nail and allowed Rocio to go around her, but we didn't even get to that point in the 10th frame. Jillian Martin misses the 9-pin. She had 2 single-pin misses.
She makes those. She's in easy.
But Rocio Restrepo, how about the 210 conversion in the 10th frame? Unbelievable. Don't call it a comeback, and there's a good look at it. That was the Bowl TV highlight of the week.
Wow.
Thinking, of course, she's not going to make it right there. And certainly understand it. Martin finishes at 661. So it is set. Kayla Smith plus 869. Josie Barnes plus 776. Verity Crawley plus 770. Nora Johansson plus 745. Rocio Restrepo plus 670 will be your 5th and final participant in the Resch Center Arena Finals. JV, we're going to go to you for introductions.
I am just still kind of shell-shocked here a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy watching Kayla Smith do what she did, and then that's about the highest of high we can go today. And then watching Jillian miss a 9-pin to miss the show.
Yeah.
You got both extremes in a matter of minutes. But we've got ourselves a 5, folks. And obviously, it's not how you get there. It's as long as you get there. Rowe is in. And she is going to make her first stepladder finals appearance in a minute.
She deserves it. She is the work she has put in, the effort she has put in, the adversity she has overcome. Just absolutely.
Last time Roe was on the show was 2019. And now she gets to return to TV in the arguably the most historical moment you could ever have. Here in the Professional Women's Bowling Association, the Resch Center will be the venue and the site. It will take place Sunday night. Again, Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Right here on, not right here.
No, on CBS Sports Network.
It will be on CBS Sports Network. Folks,
this is a phenomenal show. Their storylines abound.
Please welcome Miss Rocio Restrepo.
Well deserved indeed. The tears. It certainly is emotional. Well, you understand the journey for Roe. Well, she got me teary.
Please welcome Miss Nora Johansson.
Nora Johansson, the first two-handed woman to make a PWBA stepladder finals appearance. This is incredible.
Started off the morning in 11th place, and she is a two-time champion. Please welcome Miss Verity Crawley.
Verity starts the day in 7th. She moves into the show with a fantastic block of her own.
The winner of that match goes on to face our number 2 seed. She is our current queen and 5-time champion, looking for her second title this season. From Hermitage, Tennessee, Miss Josie Barnes.
Josie Barnes won the Queens earlier. This is the first time Josie will not end a round in the lead. She led for the first 3 rounds.
She started the day in 10th, shot 833 the last 3 games.
833 for the last 3. 1593 for 6. Kayla Hot Dog Smith is the number 1 seed for the PWBA Anniversary Open. Everybody, ooh, Lord, have mercy. I can't look at these players, folks. I'm crying. I've never shed a tear in my 9 years of existence on this tour, but there's something about this week. It's so special.
And see who's going to win 20 grand and the chance to call themselves the champion of the 2025 PWBA Anniversary Open. Thank you all for coming out. Good luck this week at Junior Gold. We hope to see you at the trade show tomorrow. These athletes will be there. The rest of these amazing women will be there. Come by the PWBA booth. Thank you and have a good night.
Again, 1593. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad, folks. My bad. My bad. All right, so our plan is after the brief TV instructions, we're going to try to have Curtis talk with Rocio and Kayla. And whoever else he may want to talk to, in fact, if we can get whoever. Woo! I got to tell you, folks. Again, this is truly a remarkable moment for many reasons. the arena finals, I feel like it's like the pinnacle of bowling. And Curtis, who grew up in the sport literally, with his dad being the PBA tournament director for many years, decades, in fact, and as a bowler himself, speaking of his dad, was along for the ride on so many of those great moments in the arena finals, the PBA. Talk about, of course, the U.S. Women's Open in 2011, the Dust Bowl, if you will, in 2012, the U.S. Women's Open on the streets of Reno. 2011 was AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys. And just simply unbelievable. But to think about Rocio, motherhood, injuries. She came back out last year, bowled 9 events, cashed once. And she has made the show today. It's completely incredible stuff. Kayla Smith shot 1593. 833 for the last 3 games. She came out and owned the moment. It's difficult to do. It is difficult to do. And standing by with Kayla and Rocio, here is Curtis Von Kruger.
Neil, I'm here with Kayla Smith and Rocio Restrepo. What an incredible finish. Just going to ask you guys a couple of questions. I'll start here with you, Ro. Ro, what an emotional roller coaster for you. You were in, you were out, and then you were back in. Tell me about that huge split conversion in the 10th to make sure that you punched your ticket.
Well, I honestly was just, Jillian still had a chance. And I'm like, well, that was a good shot. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it 210. And I had just missed a 9 pin. So I'm like, well, the only way you can force her to strike, to put pressure is you got to make it and then, throw a good shot and hopefully it work out. But honestly, I just wasn't thinking about anything. I knew that my shot on the 10 was close enough. I just thought the lane started to carry down a little too much, or maybe I didn't throw it as good because I felt like I was a little rushed today. The pace was way faster, and it was hard to calm down a little because my pair up, we were kind of behind everyone too. So I was just just make good shots. I talked to the reps right before I went into that pair. I made the move, so I was confident that I was gonna do the right thing. On this pair, I just make sure I pure it. I didn't even think about it. Just roll it to the target. You have picked it up multiple times. This is the time you want to have a chance. You fought all week. Then go pick it up. It's in your hands now. And then I just waited for Jillian. Obviously, I don't want her to bowl bad. But she gave me the opportunity, and I'm on this show now.
This is going to be your first show since 2019. It seems like such a long time coming for you. You've bowled so great all season. How does it feel to bowl in the environment you're going to get to bowl in now at the Rice Center?
It's like a dream come true. I've seen the ladies on tour before, like Kelly, Stephanie, when we had those arena opportunities, Leanne. And I'm like, I didn't try to think that too much because I didn't want to get ahead of myself. But obviously, this is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so of course, I would like to be a part of it, and I'm just grateful. Grateful to God that He is allowing me to be on the show in 2 days. So I'm just extremely grateful. I just don't think I'm being able to process it yet because it's been so long. But I feel like the comeback, being in that arena, just means a lot. I'm just proud to be part of history. So.
What an incredible performance this week so far, and obviously the best of luck on the show coming on Sunday. It's going to be a big one. Okay, so now let's go. Kayla, you bowled the second highest 6-game set in PWBA history since the relaunch. How does that feel to make sure that you're going to be the #1 seed going into a Sunday show?
Obviously, when I hear I was 2 pins off, I was like, gosh darn it. But I kept climbing, and I've been acclimating myself to know the pressure situations. So I knew what position I was in. And when I got to the first seed, I was just telling myself to just keep going because to put myself in the best position possible to be able to win is to be in the first seed. You only have to bowl one match. So I just all I've been working for this season, was to take those pressure situations and just like lock into those moments. And I've been in and out of those locked in moments throughout the season, but I came here today and told myself that I was going to lock in for all of the shots and just keep executing over and over and over again.
You're part of this new crew that's really kind of coming and trying to take the tour by storm. How does it feel to have so much support behind you with the other players that are here in your corner?
It's incredible. I grew up with the kindest parents, so that's just how I am. I'm a very sincere person. I'm always just rooting for other people. Obviously, I would love to do better than other people every once in a while, but the support is unbelievable. To turn around and just see everybody standing behind me is amazing.
Now, you're going to be bowling in one of the most unique environments you can possibly imagine, with thousands of junior gold participants screaming their heads off for you. How are you going to focus on the bowling?
Yeah, I mean, I had that conversation trying not to get too ahead of myself, but like I've bowled on TV for college, but I feel like it's going to feel completely different. It's going to be so different that I'm just going to try to stay within myself and just feel what I was feeling here today and what I felt these last 6 games of just locking in and just knowing that I can make shots over and over and over again and just do it.
All right. Well, amazing bowling today to take that #1 seed. These 2 participants are going to be live on the televised finals. Live on the televised finals.
Hot dog.
We'll see you. We'll see you then.
I'm gonna stay where? Jersey. Hot dog.
Oh, yes. Okay, we got to ask you about the hot dogs on the jersey. We know there's a nickname involved. There was a little bit of not as much clarity as we'd like. Tell us a little about the hot dogs.
Well, Becca Hagerman should be here for that story because she's the reason. We were just bowling in South Point, and they have those beer batter hot dogs or whatever they are. They're amazing, obviously, we all know that. But I guess my teammates were thinking about hot dogs, and as I got up on the approach, Becca yelled, "Let's go hot dog." And literally that is it. And then since then, my name's been Hot Dog.
Something you don't get to, is a prime example of how you don't get to choose your nickname.
Correct. You don't get to choose it.
All right, there we go. Hot Dog from Becca Hagerman. Absolutely, it's iconic now.
Yeah, it is.
And of course, great job capitalizing with the great jersey. So, all right, Emil, thank you so much. These 2 players will compete 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. Live arena finals. We're hoping to break the participation record. Most people in attendance for a televised finals. So the pressure will be on, but these players are already proving that they have what it takes to take that title home.
Thank you, Curtis. That was great. Much needed. Fantastic stuff. We got everything we could ever want in that situation, in that moment. So, again, folks, there's not really much else to tell you, honestly. But I will recap. Top 5. Again, Kayla Smith, multi-time national champion at McKendree and Jacksonville State, bulldozes her way to the top seed today, shooting 1593. Josie Barnes, who led for the first 3 rounds, will be the #2 seed and still had a chance to claim the top seed. But she just ran into the buzzsaw known as Kayla Smith today, or should we call her Hot Dog. The #3 seed is Verity Crawley, and Verity had her own day. 1496. Incredible stuff, by the way, folks. 1496, and she was just shy of 100 pins behind Kayla Smith, which goes to show the additional context for what Kayla did. Verity is on the show. In 4th, Nora Johansson hangs on to a spot, the first 2-handed woman to make a televised or any stepladder final at the PWBA level. And in 5th, with a clutch 210 conversion in the 10th frame. She struck on the fill, and unfortunately, Jillian Martin missed a 9-pin in the 9th. Rocio Restrepo, coming back from multiple injuries, becoming a mom to wonderful daughter Sophia. Shout out to the Restrepo Hostetler family. I know husband Joe certainly was watching. Sophia is in Colombia with her grandparents right now. What a moment for Rocio Restrepo. An unbelievable show, folks, and there's only one place to watch it. It's Sunday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. That was maybe the best round of bowling I have ever called in my entire life on this tour. We were trying to interview as many people as we could, but of course they've got other media responsibilities and some things to get ready for the show. I will tell you, though, we did talk to Nora Johansson, and it works out that she made the show. Nora will be in an interview piece in a segment on the show. Nora, Verity, Rocio, all three of those players actually were interviewed for a piece regarding international players and what they've meant really since the relaunch. And so we will have that for you on the show. New Way Finn and Cindy Jane were also part of that segment. Thank you to Chris Schlimmer of Roto Grip for listening and watching, as he always does, but offering a giveaway today. And it was a Roto Grip Gremlin. It was won by Christine. So congratulations to Christine. We appreciate you, Schlim, and certainly Storm as a whole, proud gold partner of the PWBA. Folks, a couple bills to pay if you want to hang out, but a big thank you, of course, to Lane Talk. Lane Talk is one of our valuable USBC Gold partners. Stop by lanetalk.com to find live scoring links in centers across the U.S. and all the latest products to help you track your scores and improve your game. Again, that is indeed Lane Talk. Big thank you to I Am Bowling, a brand for all bowlers. IamBowling.com, jerseys, shirts, accessories, and more. Make sure you head over to IamBowling.com today. Anyone have any final questions beforehand before we sign it off for today? Again, if you're in the area, make sure you check out the Junior Gold Trade Show. If you got some athletes, obviously bowling, more than likely you will be there. The TV show will be filled with, it's a part of Junior Gold's opening ceremonies. And so hoping to break the participation record for an arena final setting, certainly with regard to bowling and everything around here in the Green Bay area. I really had fun today. And as much as the things that we go through, right, and the week did not start well. We had all kinds of issues and things that we actually didn't even know that we had to prepare for. Things that don't normally happen. Those happen. But that's why we continue to do this, because we put in the extra time at night to fix all the trouble so we can get you a good, clean round like we had this morning. And it was arguably the best round I've ever called, and now my 9th season on the PWBA Tour, and I'm not exaggerating. That was fantastic what I watched. Big thank you also to Vice. Grips, thumb slugs, tape, and more. Vice is the choice of champions. Curtis is back. Please just take me through what you just felt by talking to each of those players, both with varying emotions from two different perspectives.
Emotion is the word. You could. It was palpable with Rocio. She absolutely. You could see the gratitude and the fatigue and just the disbelief and all of those things. That come with just being a part of a moment like this that you work so hard for. Yeah, at one point in time, you don't know if you'll ever get again, and here she is. She picks up a huge 210 in the 10th frame that she needed in order to be in the show. And it's just a testament to how hard she's worked. And then you contrast that with just, I think, the pure shock of Kayla Smith. I don't think it hasn't hit her yet. She doesn't realize what she's about to undertake, what she's about to participate in. And it could be one of those situations where you hope that maybe she never realizes it, because then the moment doesn't get too big for her. But she's absolutely going to have one of the biggest moments of her life. And and it's funny, like, that seems so hyperbolic, but it's honestly, it's her first telecast. It's going to be in the biggest stage possible. It's going to just, it's going to be hard to beat. And, even a U.S. Open title down the road, if that's in the books for her,
Yeah.
is as far as the moment.
What a way for your first one.
Yeah, and to be the first seed, and to jump from 10th place to the first seed like she did is just absolutely incredible.
Big ups again, the Storm, leading manufacturer of high-performance bowling balls. Visit stormbowling.com to pick your next Storm bowling ball, and always remember to bowl up a Storm. Also, thank you to Brunswick, a leader in bowling balls, shoes, equipment, and apparel. Find out the latest products, promotions, and news from Brunswick, and shop online at brunswickbowling.com. Again, the Lucy, great question, will be on Bowl TV. Thank you for asking that, which brings us to our next bill pay. In fact, Curtis and I will both be in attendance at the Lucy. What a great event. Craig Elliott will also be there as well. So make sure you check us out. That'll be July 23rd. It actually starts July 24th with the practice sessions, but most importantly, the Beauties and the Beast match on that day. And then they move, of course, into qualifying semifinals. And then the finals, of course, match play on the 27th. The Striking Against Breast Cancer mixed doubles event in Houston, Texas. And obviously, Junior Gold begins officially on Monday. But you have one more opportunity to get some PWBA merchandise. Make sure you go to shoppwba.com. If you add your name to the most recent mailing list, you can get yourself 10% off of your first order. So be sure to sign up for Shop PWBA mailing lists. Again, click the link on your screen, and in the top right corner, click Sign Up. And with the culmination, Curtis, of this 10th anniversary season, what better way to celebrate it than with the cool merch that we've had and we've been talking about all season long. Our TV crew will be Dave Ryan and Kelly Kulick. Kelly will be on the show. And Kelly, we were talking about, of course, in a different way now, has always been a part of these moments.
Yeah.
Arena finals, football stadiums, streets of Reno. This time she gets a chance to call it. She'd rather be bowling, of course, but she will be on the call with Dave Ryan as well. I think that's it. I think we've done all we can do for bowling today. With that said, I want to thank Robin Graves and Damon Sirocco. What an opportunity that they put a lot of hard work to get us and this tour to the arena. So shout out to them. A lot of planning, a lot of meetings, a lot of conversations.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of phone calls, all of the above. So thank you to Robin. Thank you to Damon. Thank to Jason Thomas. He's been in and out, video projects. He's been at USA Bowling. Speaking of USA Bowling, Chase Kaufman, Spencer Mosier. They're about to do a little bit of work getting prepared for Junior Gold here. Caleb Smiley's done a fantastic job with his video work and really taking control of the PWBA YouTube channel, which is growing now. It's at 12,000 subscribers, nearly 13. Great work. And with him has been Curtis Von Kruger. I'm going to share this before we go. I couldn't have picked a better person to share this round with. We have been through a lot on this tour together.
Yeah.
And that was so cool. And we get moments like that all the time, but that's a moment that's going to always be in my top 5 moments.
Yeah, wow.
It's just going to be. That round was incredible from the start.
Yeah.
From game 1 to game 6.
It was a phenomenal.
It didn't disappoint.
It was everything. We said that players were going to be able to make a run. We said there was going to be a lot of strikes. and it did not disappoint. It was fun to watch. It just was fun to watch. You know what? I'm going to point out a performance that just stuck out with me. Obviously,
This has turned into the postgame show.
yeah,
by the way.
yeah. Kayla Smith obviously was great, and I can't take away from her. But what Nora Johansson did to miss a spare and to start the game like she started,
She needed that game.
and to finish it with the back 9 like that, back 8, is to become the first two-hander to make
It's a big moment.
a television show on not just the step. And I think it's so appropriate that she gets to do it on the biggest stage.
She's on the grandest stage you can ask for.
She picked it, and we saw her all week just have those ups and downs, and she picked the perfect moment to give you both in one game. You had the down, the low. It looked like things were just going to go downhill, and then all of a sudden, bang! To steal your phrase,
Yeah, it was worth it.
she just turned on the heat, and that put her in a different light for me. And I'm going to be hard pressed not to pick her to win if I'm picking to win. And that's with you having the pick.
But I would understand why, man. You know, we've watched her do this all week. And, again, the ups and downs. And so if the lanes are where she likes them, and obviously it's going to be a completely different environment.
Completely different surface, completely different lanes, completely different topography, completely different. You're not having the pattern laid down as so much on top of itself. There's no other pattern on top of it, below it. So needless to say, things are going to play very different.
Absolutely.
But, man.
If you need that extra hit a game, though, and if it comes down to
She might be worth 2 extra hits a
kicking
game.
the 10, right, you just never know. And that rev rate might come into play.
She's
Sure.
one that can come in light or behind the 10 pin, behind the head pin a little bit and get you the kick.
Well, here's the
she
deal.
can get the tomahawk across the deck.
You are correct, but I'll only counter with this. If Kayla's look is decent,
Oh, it's game over.
decent. If her look is decent and if she gets to throw urethane, she will be in contention to win no matter who her opponent is.
Yeah.
No matter who her opponent is.
I'll tell you who she doesn't want to bowl. Josie Barnes.
Yeah, Jose has been great all week.
She's
first time she hasn't led.
All season. And I'll tell you why you don't want to bowl Josie Barnes in this situation is because out of all the players that you look at in this top 5, she's the one that's, I think, most accustomed to maybe bowling in the biggest moments.
Yeah, she would be the most experienced in that realm of perspective.
Not just by like this isn't about age. This is about the player who has been in the biggest moments thus far in their career.
I think we could call them major moments, even though this is not a major. But all week we've said it felt
feels like a major.
She has won the U.S. Women's Open. She won the Queens this year already.
Yeah.
And now she gets to bowl in an arena finals,
100%.
and I think you are correct. The Verity Crawley fan base will be alive and well, no doubt about it, in the arena. I think if there was a home field advantage,
Verity has it.
Verity would have that, without question.
And then you look at Rocio, who's got everything to gain and nothing to lose at this point in time, who's bowling great, as good as she's bowled, right? How good does her ball roll look right now?
She's back, man. Don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
Been here for years.
And when I said this earlier, I said the storylines abound. And we just gave one reason why each one of these players can win.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here thinking that Nora, but I'm talking myself out of it because each one of them has such a legitimate shot.
Before I let you go, folks, I do want to mention why I do you certify. It's a great campaign. Actually, they will be on hand at the trade show, whether it's for the competition, the community, or the love of the game. Your story matters. Join bowlers across the country by sharing what keeps you coming back to the lanes. Visit whyicertify.com and tell us why you certify with USBC. I think we got everybody in at least once. In Rochester, folks, we will do a couple of grand.
Dave Ryan in the building.
Dave Ryan's in the building. You know it's big when my guy Dave is.
When Dave steps in the building, it always feels bigger.
That's
because it is.
You're right. We will determine the winners of some of our 10th anniversary bowling balls.
Yeah,
Final
grand
week of the
finale.
season. So be on the lookout for that. So for your pursuit for the pin selections, we will be determining those winners in Rochester, and then of course we'll have 3 more events to pick a player and get yourself an opportunity to win a bowling ball.
My lead's going to be trimmed down a lot here.
Your lead is yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hey, back and forth. I want to sweep. I want to sweep both. I won the PBA. I really, man.
I hear you.
I want to sweep.
You won the PBA?
I won the PBA.
Oh, geez. Well, I can't let that happen.
I saw him going for the sweep.
All right. We got to get off the air now. We'll let our viewers go do what they got to do on this Friday, and we also got to let Chase and Spencer move things around as well. So, with that said, folks, truly hope you enjoy the show. Do not miss it. I don't care what you got to do, but you should watch it on CBS Sports Network.
Watch it on your phone, your tablet, your TV, whatever you got to do.
I told you to search Reddit. You didn't hear that from me. There's some ways to watch it. You didn't hear it from me.
Go to a bar and ask them to put it on.
That's right. That's a great idea.
Ask them to put it on the TV.
Party.
Have a watch party at your local establishment.
What a fantastic
And
idea.
it's a great way to expose other people to maybe a sport they're not used to. It shows them a great environment. But, do that.
I will leave you with this, folks. In a world, in an industry where we've had trouble acquiring and attracting sponsors, especially on this tour for whatever reason, I couldn't think of 5 better players to want to promote and get behind in an arena setting than the 5 that we have. And we could have picked any 5 from this top 12.
I looked at the top 12 and I said you could scramble them any which way, and you were going to end up aces. Because it was such, like, you could go down the list and be like, story. It's great.
So with that said, please watch this show. Tell anybody you have to tell, whoever it is, about professional women's bowling. If you know somebody that's got any kind of pull anywhere, tell them to watch this show. They will not be disappointed because they will want to get behind the PWBA, just like every other professional women's sport. It's a great time to be a fan, not only of bowling, women's bowling, and women's sports in general. I will leave you with that. For Justin Bone, did a fantastic job today and all week. For Curtis Von Kruger, thank you so much, my guy. Great job, and thank you for that interview. We needed it.
Hey, I'm happy to do it.
Great work. For all involved, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We say so long for now. Thank you to the United States Bowling Congress, the Bowling Providers Association, the USBC and the BPAA boards, Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the United States Bowling Congress and the PWBA, certainly the Professional Women's Bowling Association, the athletes who, without question, took us on a ride today, and that's what it's all about. And finally, you, the Bowl TV community, best fans in all of bowling. Again, for Curtis, Justin, and our entire crew and staff, and the wonderful people here, the Orvis family at the Ashwaubenon Bowling Alley and their entire staff. My name is Emil Williams Jr. We say so long for now. I got to answer Steve's question here. Steve, so I was teasing a television piece that will run on the show. So we will hear from Nora in a different light on the show.
And that will also be a
longer form piece.
There will be a longer form piece, which you'll get a more in-depth, because we've got 2 minutes
on the PWBA YouTube channel,
and that will come out on the PWBA YouTube channel in the future. We don't have a release date yet for that. So, but keep your eye out for that.
But watch the show, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. With all of that said, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We say so long for now. Enjoy Junior Gold next week. This has been a presentation of the PWBA Anniversary Open. What a time to have a 10th anniversary show. You watched it live and only on Bowl TV. And remember, bowling lives here.